the Channel 5 News. You just watch.
From the NBC studios in Burbank, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Featuring Branford Marsalis and the Tonight Show Band. Tonight, Jay welcomes from Star Trek, Patrick Stewart. The music of Traffic. Comedian Wayne Federman. And Bill Maher reporting from the Elvis auction in Las Vegas. I'm Matt Hall. And now, Jay Leno.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. You know, I feel a little strange starting off with this story because you probably just saw it on your local news. But this is so bizarre. This O.J. Simpson thing. Oh, no. I mean, I don't know what happened here, but you know, it's like a bad episode of Murder, She Wrote. You know? I mean, don't you wish O.J. is just like the guest star and the real murderer is Dick Van Patten or something? You know? Oh man. Oh, well, it's the news. You gotta do it. I guess the word going around Washington is, I guess we may still be planning an invasion of Haiti. That's the word going around. And military leaders, oh, yeah, wow! Yeah. Military leaders say we should hurry up if we're going to do it. Pentagon officials say Haiti's military growing stronger every day. In fact, intelligence tells us, this just came in, the CIA says they are this close to developing a cherry bomb. So And today, former President Jimmy Carter made history. He entered North Korea. Carter said he is not going to get involved. He is there strictly as an observer. He's not going to do anything, just stand around and observe, sort of like what he did when he was President of the United States. Over the weekend in Washington, Whitewater investigators questioned President Clinton about his role in that Whitewater scandal. And then they asked questions of First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton. See, they questioned the president first, and then they questioned Hillary to see if their answers match. What are we doing? Is this like the newlywed game they're doing now, huh? Why can't you see Hillary hitting Bill over the head with a card if they don't match? Come on, I didn't say that. I never said that about Whitewater. Oh, they're very good there. Hey! Well, see, that's an old police tactic where they divide the Clintons. That's what the police do. See, they wanted to see if they would get conflicting testimony. You know, they didn't need Hillary for that. Talk to Bill Clinton long enough, he'll conflict his own testimony. And the Emperor and Empress of Japan are touring the United States. See, I guess they're not familiar with our ways. They've only been here a few days, and I guess they're already embroiled in some kind of legal controversy. I guess when the Emperor got off the plane, he got down and kissed the ground. And now he's being sued by the airport for sexual harassment. Yeah, again, our legal system a little different here. Yeah. Clinton had a big state dinner at the White House. A lot of celebrities. You see that? A lot of celebrities there. Besides the Emperor and Empress of Japan, I guess Oprah Winfrey was there, and Peter Jennings, and Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda was at the White House. Actually, big difference between Jane Fonda and Bill Clinton. You know what the difference is? See, Jane Fonda has been to Vietnam. See, that was really the only... I guess the Clintons served sushi for dinner for Japan's royal couple. Well, Clinton's version of sushi, just an undercooked McDonald's fish fillet sandwich, really. It's not really sushi, but it's sort of our version. Here's some good news. Economists report that California will have 3.7 million new jobs in the next 10 years. They'll all be as border guards, but they're still jobs, you know. Every joke is, oh, hey, what's going on? I guess in Chicago this past weekend, Dan Rostenkowski, yeah, you know Dan? Had a huge garage sale. Lamps, crystal vases, wooden chairs. Part of the big let's destroy the evidence sale. Everything must go. Yeah, come on. Crazy Dan says, get out of here. Let's move it up. Yeah, keep it moving. And speaking of that, only 5 more days. Is it 5 more days till Father's Day? You know, a lot of gifts are being advertised for Dad. Here's one of the strange ones. Have you seen this? It's for the Beer of the Month Club. Have you heard about what this is? They send you a different brand of beer every month. They say, this is the perfect gift for beer drinkers. Really? You ever met a beer drinker? I don't think 1 beer a month is going to do the trick, okay? Maybe Beer of the Hour Club. A little bit closer there. Maybe with a side organization, the Urinal Club. You can join that, too, while you're there. Probably get involved in the 2 of them. And I don't think I'd want to join the Urinal Club. I don't think it was a little... Well, never mind.
Big stuff.
Those cakes they put at the bottom?
Oh, man.
That's what they call them? They call them cakes. They're not really cakes, but I...
What are you talking about, man?
What do you guys like, ice or those cake things?
What are you talking about?
When you go in the when you go in the men's room, you know, in the urinals, they either have these like cake things or they put ice in there.
I prefer ice, actually.
You like ice?
Yeah, I like seeing it melt.
Kev, what do you like? Kev, what do you like?
I never really got into it.
Never got into it, really? Just go outside behind a tree or something, really? Well, the most frightening story of the week. Oh, this creepy flesh-eating bacteria thing. You been reading about this one? Geez, we're just hitting all the happy topics tonight, aren't we? Doctors say it moves at the speed of 1 inch an hour. Can you imagine? 1 inch. Well, that doesn't sound like much, but today I'm driving to work on the Ventura Freeway. It passed me. Actually, I saw this. I had to put the wipers on. Hey, get out of there. But, you know, people are already trying to capitalize. This is what I hate. People capitalize on something like this flesh-eating bacteria. In fact, I read in Beverly Hills they're trying to market it as this new miracle thigh reduction cream. Apparently, you rub it right on.
That's stuff, man.
Oh, there you are. Look at her. You are the sickest guy. You know, you like the sick jokes. All right. Now, this is probably a coincidence, but have you noticed so far this flesh-eating bacteria hasn't eaten any lawyers? Is it just me, or is it just part of... Oh, I'm going to get a letter from that American Bar Association guy. Dear Mr. Leno, again, you have insulted the integrity.
Yes.
Every time I tell a lawyer, any lawyer reference, this guy fires off this legal letter in triplicate to every sponsor. Anyway. And in Singapore, caning victim Michael Fay scheduled to be released next week. He's coming home. Do you think the guards tell him when he leaves, hey, don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out, huh? For those of you that think there's no imagination left in Hollywood, just when you thought Tinseltown had lost its creativity, the Menendez brothers have changed their story again. Apparently they have a new defense, so they've been working with a lot of the big script writers and whatnot. Now Eric Menendez is claiming that Lyle dominated him. And he's afraid of Lyle, that's why he did it. I hate to see that close, tight-knit Menendez family become divided over something like this. Yeah. Right before Father's Day, too, yes. Tough break, yeah. Lovely kids, yeah. And animal rights activists are protesting the Today Show because during a recent taping, a lobster was killed and then boiled during a cooking demonstration. Becky, animal activists are protesting the Today Show. Does that make sense?
No.
I mean, they boil one lobster, everybody gets mad. Yet Willard Scott's been wearing that dead squirrel on the top of his head now for, for years. Nobody says anything. Nobody says a word. And Cubs second base, what's that guy's name?
Ryan Sandberg.
Ryan Sandberg, stepping down, leaving. I guess he was batting 1 for 28, and he's quitting. It's sad when a team like the Cubs loses their best hitter, you know? Cubs,
That's cold. That's cold.
Yeah. And the Cubs just lose. All right, all right, all right. Thank you. I know it didn't work. Thank you. Thank you. Ba-boom. 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 I know it didn't work. Thank you. Thank you, Tane. I think I'll just let it slide. Ba-boom. He does it again. I know it didn't work. Thank you very much. And the man who wrote the... Anybody read this book? Guerrilla Kindness, a manual of good work, kind acts, and thoughtful deeds. Lovely, lovely book. The man who wrote that book was mugged this week while riding his bike in New York City. He's okay. He's feeling better. While recuperating, he's writing a new book called Kill 'Em All, Let God Sort 'Em Out, these sons of bitches. A new book. Trying to change his outlook. Change his whole outlook. And here's something very nice. I'm sure members of our audience will want to sign up for this. Officials in the American Chastity Movement report that 100,000 Southern teenagers have turned in pledge cards promising to remain virgins until they marry. It's a lovely sentiment. Yes, yes, yes. And today in Los Angeles, officials said they've almost convinced one teenager to at least try and hold out till the weekend. So that's pretty good. So I think that's very good. Yes, folks. NBC1, the giant NBC satellite, directly overhead right now. Our own Bill Maher is in Las Vegas, Nevada, somewhere. There's some kind of big Elvis auction going. You probably read about this. All of Elvis's stuff, his personal belongings, everything is being sold. And Bill is somewhere in Vegas at the auction. Bill, are you there?
I am, Jay.
There's Bill in the lovely outfit.
Thank you. Thank you.
What, tell us where you are right now and what's going on.
Okay, I'm in the Conrad room of the Las Vegas Hilton, and this is where, as you just said, they are auctioning off Butterfield & Butterfield, the auction house, selling off Elvis collectibles and memorabilia. It all comes from the Elvis Presley Museum in Memphis, which, by the way, Jay, is the only museum in America with a ladies' night.
Oh, really? Really? A ladies' night?
A ladies' night. You see, because it's a museum.
I see.
Preposterous.
Yeah.
The point, Jay, is this. It's good to see that the king is finally being honored. This is a very, very impressive collection. In fact, it required a crew of 12 men to haul all of this on stage, just like Elvis himself in the later years. I wish you could see how vast it really is. In fact, Jay, they have a wing here devoted just to sideburns.
Really? Wow. Now, do you get a feel of being there, how important Elvis was to American music? I mean, we make the jokes, but do you get that feeling, the importance?
Jay, not just to music, to culture all around the world. I mean, just for one example, have you ever noticed the Pope dresses a lot like Elvis? It's that same white jumpsuit, you know, with the cape. I'm not saying who did it first, but I think it was Elvis. You know, in the 50s, they only wanted to shoot him from the waist up, and that had a big influence on today's youth, especially the Menendez kids.
Oh, like, yes, we just talked.
But he also, of course, speaking of that, loved guns, and if you could see, these are just a couple of the guns from his collection. He had a massive collection of guns and, of course, Twinkies. In fact, way before Reagan, Elvis was the first to trade arms for hostesses.
Oh, really? Arms for hostesses. It's ladies' night at the museum. Now, let me ask you something. Now, I know Elvis was prone to mood swings. A lot of people don't like to talk about that, but was he? Have you learned anything?
Jay, he was under enormous pressure. Why don't you get off the man's back? He was a superstar, and he was mobbed all the time. He didn't have any privacy. Try to understand that. In fact, a lot of times, if he wanted to have privacy for just some special friends or a special lady, what he would do was he would rent out an entire pharmacy. But I think, Jay, the indication, and I have it right here, that he may have been losing touch with reality a little bit is this exhibit right here, which is the first draft of an Oscar-winning acceptance speech for the movie Clam Bake.
Oh, really? Gee, that's a heartwarming story. I had no idea that he took it that seriously. Can you show us some of the other various Elvis artifacts that are there?
Oh, well, of course, Jay. Right over here is from his first tour. This is a guitar that he used, and on the other side, we can't see it, yes, is from his last tour, a pair of silk Depends. But Jay, let me show you this. This is one of the real big-ticket items here. This is a 58 Cobra. It is from the movie Spin Out.
A 58 Cobra, huh?
Absolutely. You would know about that.
Yeah, I know they didn't make one in 58, but go ahead, yeah.
It was in there. It was in the movie Spin Out, whatever it was, Jay, and it's a sad commentary on the crime situation in America, that even though this was Elvis's car and it was in a movie, they still had to use the club.
Really? Oh. Uh-huh.
But the real big car, do you know about Elvis's... you know about Elvis's limo? He had an unbelievable limo.
He had a big limo, did he?
He had a big limo, Jay. In fact, it was the most luxurious thing he ever rode.
Wow.
If you don't count Anne Margaret. It's a gorgeous midnight blue 6-door limo, and to give you an idea just how big it is, it seats Elvis comfortably.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, Jay, it's so big, I'm in it right now.
Really? That's the limo you're standing in?
Jay, I know you were bugging me in rehearsal about my favorite item, the one I would bid on.
Yeah, what would you bid on?
I looked around for that, and I found it right here. Jay, do you know what this is? This is one of his belts.
Wow.
And it's a very special belt because, you know, Jay, Elvis never wore this. You know why?
Why?
He could never find pants with belt loops big enough.
Oh, really? Really?
So I'd love to have this. Listen, I got to go because there's an exhibit over at the Elvis Impersonator Museum, which is right down the street. But we're here. They're going to sell this off. Hurry up if you want to see it.
Bill, thanks. Thanks for checking in with us. On the program tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a fine, fine actor. You probably know him best as Captain Picard on Star Trek. Patrick Stewart is with us. Patrick Stewart. A young comedian making his very first appearance on The Tonight Show. Always exciting, Wayne Federman is here. And the legendary music of Traffic. Traffic is with us. Say hello to Branford Marsalis and The Tonight Show Band.
While some people offer small cars for seemingly low prices, you don't get much to show for it. No air conditioning, no wheel covers, no passenger door mirror, not even a radio. But with Ford Escort's one price, you get your choice of 4 models with your favorite features. Automatic transmission, air conditioning, and more for one low price. Ford Escort, the best-selling small car in America, is a better value than its leading competition. And that's more than an empty promise.
Category.
Music. Deep Purple, man. Classic.
Foreigner.
Huh? Yeah, man.
First album.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Ah, Meatloaf. I wonder what his friends call him. Meat?
Mr. Loaf.
How about My Sharon?
Beechwood aged Budweiser.
Supertramp.
Crisp, clean, classic.
Frampton comes alive.
Moment of silence, please.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, all right.
For all the do-it-yourselfer dads out there, Sears has the largest selection of tools for Father's Day. Like this 54-piece Craftsman mechanics tool set. Made in America. Guaranteed forever. Only $39.99 including case and Sears exclusive quick-release ratchet. Or this Craftsman 3-drawer rally box with tumbler lock. Also $39.99. For thousands of gift ideas you can work with this Father's Day, make it Craftsman tools. Only at Sears. Bringing America's best to you.
Now let me get this straight. You want a great deal on a new car and you're considering a Pontiac Grand Am or a Honda Accord? You do want air conditioning, right? And automatic transmission and anti-lock brakes? Hey, they're all included in the Grand Am's price. And you're considering the Accord? I thought you wanted a great deal. Now get $1,000 cash back or 4.8% financing on Grand Am at Chicagoland and Northwestern Indiana Pontiac dealers. You'll see why Pontiac outsells all the imports.
Welcome back to the program. We have a terrific show for you tonight. Patrick Stewart will be out in just a second. A new comedian making his very first appearance. Always exciting. Wayne Federman and the legendary group Traffic. So it should be a good night. Let's get right to it. My first guest is an accomplished stage and screen actor, best known for his role as Captain Picard on Star Trek: The Next Generation. The show recently ended a 7-year run as the most successful dramatic syndicated series ever in the history of the universe. Anyway, he will return. It'll return as a feature film this fall, along with the original Star Trek cast members. Please welcome Patrick Stewart.
These are the most expensive shrieks in the history of television.
Oh, yeah.
Two things. Mr. Marsalis, I'm an Iceman, too.
Okay. Bravo.
Oh, yeah, you like the ice. I prefer the ice, yeah.
Yeah, good 3 of us here. We can form a club. You suggested it already.
Hey, let's all get together afterwards, and
Number 2, you know, even your staff are funny. We were a little late coming here today, and everybody's familiar with the adopt a highway scheme, you know, to keep the highways clear. Well, when you're coming along 101 here, I'm sure we've all seen, there's a highway has been adopted by Bette Midler.
Right,
You've seen that?
Yes, the section of
And everything was a little tense in the car. We're coming here to do the show, and we're late. And I say, just to lighten the atmosphere, do you really think Bette Midler comes out here and picks up the litter along the side of the road? And Evan, the driver, said she only does it after dark.
Oh, really?
And I said, that's sensible. And then my sister Jackie and he began to backchat about this, and they came up with this idea, how to get the exquisite punishment on someone you don't really care for. You adopt a highway in their name and then neglect it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's right. It's like the Mickey Rourke section, just all over the place. Now, this must be an emotional time for you. The show is ended, or maybe it isn't. I don't know. After you go from job to job, but 7 years is...
7 years is a long time. It's a large chunk of a career. I felt that I had prepared myself well for the ending of the series, and I was steeled for all of these farewells that there would be. And the farewells, of course, have been going on for months because we were saying farewell to individual directors, to certain writers. We were saying farewell to cast members as the series ended. And then we went into the feature film, and then there were a whole other series of farewells. And yesterday afternoon, I was back on the lot clearing out my trailer for the last time, which is in itself a kind of quiet moment. You wouldn't believe some of the things that I'd left in that trailer over 7 years. I mean, talk about Mickey Rourke. And I said before we left to Jackie, let's just go back on stage 8 and 9 and have another look at the sets. I went on to stage 8. They've gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of 10 forward left. The bridge has gone. The ready room has gone. The observation lounge has gone. Not only gone, but they're building other sets already on top of it. How quickly we're forgotten, you know.
Boy.
Who were they, Patrick? Oh, yeah, forget him. That old trash.
Oh, yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah, get him out of his trailer.
Now, in the last episode, you play the old Picard, right?
I play a Picard in 3 different time zones.
Because we have a picture here. This is why I wanted to...
Oh, yeah. You got to show.
Can we show? Here we go.
Uh-huh.
From 3, the young, and then you...
I played Picard as he was immediately before the series began, just at the start of the pilot 7 years ago. The present-day Picard, and then Picard 25 years in the future. So, you know, in TV, you don't have much time for elaborate makeup, because I was doing time switches 3 or 4 times a day. And so, in this case, it was a beard and a mustache and a hat to hide all of this. I had a shock at one point when we were putting all of this on because the mustache went on first, and staring back out of the mirror at me was my father.
Oh, I imagine so, yeah.
Who was about that age when he died. And it was an unnerving and indeed a somewhat moving moment.
Did he live long enough to see you?
He was an incredibly handsome man, I have to just say.
Really?
Staggering.
Did he live long enough to see you be successful on Star Trek at this international level like this?
No, neither of my parents lived long enough. They saw me join the Royal Shakespeare Company and have a time of success there. They saw me do some work for the BBC. But it is a source of real sadness to me that they never saw any of this, though it would have been irritating and frustrating to my father because he had been a regular soldier in the 20s and 30s. He fought in the British Army in India. And then during the Second World War, of course, he was conscripted, and he fought. In fact, he ended up as the regimental sergeant major of the parachute regiment in England, which is like the equivalent of a field marshal.
Right.
And both of my elder brothers were in the Royal Air Force. One of them served during the war. But I missed national service, that is conscription, by about 3 months. And I know that this was a constant source of irritation to my father, that I never put on a uniform. And if he were to know that now I go around my life, my daily life, and have people say to me, "How you going, Captain?"
Oh.
Without ever having paid my dues.
No, you paid your dues.
But I think it would have pleased him. I would have liked them to have seen all this.
Oh, no, that's great. When we come back, I want to ask you about, now you and Shatner are doing the feature film together.
have done.
Picard meets Kirk. I can't believe it. We'll find out more right after this. Damn it, Jim, we'll be right back.
Why go to the beach? Just to get beached.
Into the pure, clean taste.
Why just get a little bit wet? Plunge into nasty. Plunge in totally. Plunge in.
It was the kind of story that has everything. Murder, scandal,
You and I both know this is the story of our lives.
and billions of dollars at stake.
You promised me this was going to be taken care of.
It was the kind of story any reporter would die for.
I think you've got a scoop.
And this reporter
The only evidence to destroy is you.
could get killed for. Julia Roberts, Nick Nolte, I Love Trouble, rated PG. Starts Wednesday, June 29th at a theater near you.
Debbie, these shots are fabulous. Beautiful, Debbie.
Better than the last time, Tony?
Absolutely. It's my job to make sure people look good. A few weeks ago, while doing test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. You see, regular shampoos merely rinse flakes away, so they could come back. But look, Head & Shoulders help stop flakes from even forming. You see the difference? Yeah, picture perfect. Head & Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
Elvis.
I'm Allison Rosati. Tomorrow on Channel 5 News, first thing in the morning, the latest news, weather, and traffic, plus stargazing with columnist Bill Zwecker.
Guess what Insure One has come up with now? Tell them exactly what you need, and they'll guarantee the quote. Does your insurance company do that?
Hyperkeratosis? Symptom: persistent, itchy, flaky scalp. Solution: Neutrogena T-Gel. It works.
More and more people are now leasing a GMC Jimmy. Maybe they like getting more truck for the money, or Jimmy's powerful engine. Perhaps it's the benefits of getting a new truck every 2 years, or the benefits of a soft ride suspension. Or possibly they want to avoid long-term financial commitments in their quiet, air-conditioned GMC Jimmy. Then again, they may just be after a low monthly payment. Can you blame them?
See your local Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC truck dealer, proud sponsors of World Cup soccer.
Patrick Stewart. So I was under the impression you were still filming the Star Trek feature, so now you've got it done.
All the principal photography on Star Trek 7, which is called, for now, Generations, is over. A bit of blue screen, a few pickup shots, a little looping, and it's done.
This is probably the most successful series, I guess, since the Bond films in terms of within the confines of the characters, aren't they? I don't think there's ever been.
I can't think of any others that have had so many sequels.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a good thing, but the standard has been kept up.
No, I think so. Now, in this one, you and Captain Kirk meet.
Yeah, we more than meet. We spent quite a large part of the film together.
Now, what was that like? Was it odd? Are there camps in terms of Star Trek fans, you know? We're the traditional, you know, there's the Orthodox, the Kirk, and of course, you have the Reformed Picard, and then, of course, you know.
Yeah, the alternative Captain. I think they were at the beginning, yes. Yeah. But that has diminished as the years have gone by,
It's sort of a Vulcan mind meld of, it's all come together.
Yeah, and so it seems to me very appropriate, as it always did, that Bill and other members of the original cast should be in this movie. I've argued for it from the first time it was in
I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea.
So we do spend quite a lot of time together. You'll understand, I can't go into detail about all of that. But one of the nicest parts about the last few weeks has been the experience of working with Bill. We hardly knew one another. We've only met on 2 or 3 occasions. Within the first few hours, I had the same feeling about Bill that I've had about all of my cast members for the last 7 years, that he was a colleague and a good friend. One of the nice things about working with Bill and the guest villain on the movie is the wonderful actor Malcolm McDowell.
Oh, yeah.
Who I last worked with some 20 years ago. And we all of us have theatrical backgrounds. So in the evening, the conversation on location around the dinner table was often about theater stories and the things that have happened. Each one of them, and they'll have to tell their own stories, had embarrassing stories about things that had happened to them when they've screwed up in some way or other. And I have one too, and if you care to ask me, maybe I'll...
Sure. Now, what would be...
I thought you would never ask.
What would be your most embarrassing?
Well, I shared this with the guys. We were trying to top one another with the stupidest things that we've done on stage. And a few years ago, good few years ago, I was in a production of King Lear and had a small supporting role, and there was one huge scene in the middle of the play in which I only had one line, and that line was, "Hola, what trumpet's that?" on hearing a trumpet off stage, you see. Well, one hot afternoon in Stratford at a matinee, I kind of dozed off a little in the course of this scene. I'd seen it many, many times, and all of a sudden I came through with a jerk, and there was silence. I thought, my God, I've missed my cue, so I said, "Hola, what trumpet's that?" And there was this curious silence, and the actor who was playing Lear turned around and glared at me under his eyebrows, and I realized to my horror that we were several pages away from that line. He'd just taken a pause. So all the soldiers, the walk-ons behind me, their spears were clattering, they were laughing, their shoulders were shaking, and I had to work out, what am I going to say when I hear 3 pages later, and so I said, "Hola, what trumpet's that?" You see? And the moment the scene was over, I went straight up to the dressing room of Eric Porter, who was playing Lear, and I knocked on the door, and I went in, and I apologized. And he was very angry, because he thought that I'd been screwing around with the scene. I promised him it would never happen again. We jump forward to 2 or 3 hours later. We're doing the show again that night. I'm standing on stage in that scene. My concentration is so ferocious. There are beads of sweat bursting out. I'm listening to everybody. I'm looking at everyone who speaks. And all of a sudden, this pause comes up, and I hear my voice say, "Hola, what trumpet's that?" And the actor looks around, and this time there was a look of murderous intent on his face. And of course, the soldiers are laughing, and the audience are trying to work out what's funny and what's going on. And so 2 or 3 pages later, for the 4th time that day, I actually said, "Hola, what trumpet's that?"
Oh, man.
What a fool.
That's like the old... Somebody used to tell a story about that, with the guy off stage, and the guy's going, "I'll shoot you." And then, "I'll stab you." Bang! You know,
there's one famous story in the English theater about that, where a guy was supposed to shoot somebody, right. and the gun didn't go off, the gun didn't go off, and so the man, with great presence of mind, kicked him in the shin, and the intended corpse screamed, "The boot! The boot was poisoned!"
The boot was poisoned. That's very clever.
And you know, that's what separates a lot of the fun and the excitement from live theatre and what you do here, because you cannot reshoot, you cannot go again. No, the embarrassment, the humiliation is there for everyone to see.
Oh yeah, there's nothing, you can't fix it.
No.
Now, you following, we had Alexi Lawless here the other night, World Cup.
Oh, yes, what a week.
Big soccer fan.
Soccer fan, I used to play a great deal. The Royal Shakespeare Company had its own soccer team. We actually toured for 2 years here in the United States. Ostensibly, we were touring Midsummer Night's Dream and Much Ado About Nothing. In fact, we were on tour with our soccer team.
Well, I'm just trying to imagine soccer hooligans and then the Royal Shakespeare Company coming into play. It seems like the two would not...
we were always thought to be an easy number by the other teams that we played. The kind of poncy actors, you know, who were kind of effeminate and would not be that tough. We actually were incredibly tough. The company stopped us playing because one of our players broke his leg. Well, it was calamitous for us on the team because he was a key player, but it was even more important. He was actually playing Romeo at the time, and the company were not amused. We came here to play... do you have any time?
Oh, yeah, go finish.
Seconds.
Seconds.
Oh, well, let's talk about the World Cup. It's incredibly exciting. Though I learned to my dismay that that more than 60% of the American public don't know that the World Cup is happening here in America. It begins on Friday. It is, after the Olympics, one of the most important sporting event in the world. And my tickets arrived a few days ago, and they're the most precious possessions in my house.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's good. Who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for... the Republic of Ireland and the USA.
All right, there you go. Patrick Stewart, be right back right after this.
The road leading to Wendy's next great chicken sandwich is a hard one. Fraught with disappointments and dead ends. But when you're Dave Thomas and you're starting with Wendy's whole breast filet, you don't give up.
I think I'm onto something.
Introducing Wendy's Mozzarella Chicken Supreme, an all-white meat filet, mozzarella, and a creamy Parmesan sauce. One bite and you'll jump up and say,
"Gee, this is pretty good."
Exactly. Come try one today.
Oh, Mr. Energizer Bunny, out for a stroll.
Deacidificator will put an end to your precious little source of power. Your hippity-hoppity days are over.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and go.
We call this four-door Nissan Sentra the limited edition. Yet it comes with air, AM/FM cassette, cruise control, power windows and door locks. But perhaps one of its most impressive features is its price. Over $2,000 less than the comparably equipped Toyota Corolla LE. $2,000. So while this edition may be limited, the value never seems to end. Lease the Sentra LE for $189 a month and $500 down at your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Nissan dealer.
Tonight, if you missed the big hockey game, don't worry.
Very sad.
And try out Billy D. Williams' new cologne.
It's good. Most sexy. Give some to Andy. Andy, take a swig of this. You're gonna love it. No! Oh!
Not bad. Conan tonight. Right now, on Broadway, the year's biggest Tony winner is the hottest ticket in town. Newsweek calls it a bullseye and cheers This Is Why Broadway Was Born. It's 1992's triumph, Guys and Dolls. Time magazine calls it the most coveted ticket on the Great White Way. And now we've got the hit right here, right now. Broadway's Guys and Dolls.
Now playing at the Schubert Theater. For tickets, call 312-902-1500. Hurry, get your tickets now.
Guys and Dolls, sponsored by Chrysler.
Sunday Trib. I saw a lot of tributes. But now on Sundays, the Trib has something new. Parade magazine. Yep, Parade's new home is in the Sunday Chicago Tribune. Trib, please. We can't handle that. Thanks a lot, pal. But that's not all. They've improved TV Week to bring you the best cable coverage around. Tribune? Yeah. I must be psychic. And it's all joined by the award-winning Chicago Tribune magazine. Hey, 3 magazines and 1 great paper.
Tribune, please.
For you, anything. I love this job. Enjoy.
Every day, Steve Jeppy struggled with his long-distance service, billing issues, phantom service representatives, slower connections. It was a communications nightmare. Lucky for Steve, he switched back for the AT&T Business Advantage. Now Steve has the most reliable long-distance calling available.
AT&T works for me.
And now Steve's world is safe for success. Let AT&T work for you.
At home, you can make Oreos, Twinkies, Big Macs, and the Colonels. Next on Hugh.
All right, my next guest, a very talented comedian. He can be seen at the Improv right here in Hollywood on June 16th and 17th. This is his very first time on The Tonight Show. Please welcome Wayne Federman.
Thank you. Well, I have to say right off the bat that I am not from around here. I grew up in Florida. That's where I'm from. I didn't discover it. I just grew up there. It was actually very difficult to grow up in Florida because all of my friends were retired. So. I come home from school, it's like, Wayne, how was your day at school? Good. How's the cataract situation? Is that clearing up at all? Can you see me? Is it blurry? It was great because having older friends, because they would tell me about things I didn't know, like the Depression and World War II. And I would tell them things like their name. So it was good. It was a good little balance. That too mean? Sounds mean to me. I have to say, I was not much of an athlete growing up. I was that kid that would strike out in kickball. So I was not good. Some sports I didn't even understand how they were approved for, like, the schoolyard. Like, what twisted, psychopathic mind came up with dodgeball? Can someone tell me that? Is that a game? Is that a sport? Is that a POW interrogation technique? What is that? All I know is I lasted about 4 seconds playing dodgeball. It's like, go. Okay, let's see. Is this the line? Okay, so we're all on the same team. And, oh, and there. Ow. Ouch. Ow. Ow. hey, buddy, I think you're in big trouble because you're not allowed to throw a ball at someone's... I'm out. Okay, I didn't know the rules. Apparently good shot. I don't know how to... Why don't you just take a nail and drive it into my head? Maybe that would be fun for you guys over here. So hey, I'm out already. Do I have to keep... Can I just walk over here with a little dip? This is why I don't play with girls. Right there, that's why. There was one game I didn't understand at all, of course, was musical chairs. That is really a sick game. What do we teach kids in musical chairs? There's just not enough chairs. That's scary for a second grader. What do? There's 20 kids, 19 chairs. They put on the music. We march around like little Nazis in that march, that parade. Then they stop the music. This brings out the kind of behavior we like in our children, right? That kind of giving, sharing, feeling, that beautiful screw your friend, grab a chair scenario. It's kind of sad. You know I'm old because to me, this is how they would stop the music. I am so old. I guess there would be some sort of pause button or something now. I actually kind of enjoy being the reminiscing guy, the old guy all of a sudden. Like, I love talking to kids about a television set before remote controls. I'm the best. Come here, Sonny. When I was your age, and we had to change the channel, we had to get up. That's right, get up, and then walk slowly using these muscles, walking towards the television set, walking slowly, balancing while the earth was spinning. And then reach out with our hand and turn this knob that said 2 through 13 and you. We didn't know what that meant. We would turn this knob, and that was not all. No, sir. Then we had to adjust this outer ring around the knob, rotating that. And then step back, and then adjust it again because you became the antenna while you were touching this. And you had to compensate for that in some way. And then we would walk back uphill through the snow. That's how we did it. We were happy with 5 channels. Of course, my dad was so uptight, the biggest crime I could commit would be to turn the channel too quickly. I don't know why, but he would go ballistic if he would hear, and he could hear this. He had like some sort of RCA color track hearing. I would be like trying to get to Underdog by 4 o'clock. He'd be outside mowing the lawn, come flying in. What the hell is going on in here? What did I just hear, Wayne? Well, I was just turning the channel. Well, not that fast. That's how you break a television set. Do you want to break a television set? Is that what you want to do? I didn't know there was a speed limit. I was just trying to get to the theme song. I love that part about it right there. Well, maybe we can't have good things in this house, Wayne. Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Now, I've seen you, I know this is your first time doing stand-up here, but I've seen you in some commercials and things. Haven't you? You work as an actor, don't you?
You're right. I do commercials. I have kind of like this little thing that I do a lot in commercials where I am the other guy. Like I recently did a Hertz commercial where I said not exactly a lot, but I am the guy. Yeah. But I'm always the guy that rents like from Elvis or from the competition. I once did a Rice Krispies commercial, and I'm like eating cornflakes. I once did a Holiday Inn. I'm like at Motel 6. It's, I'm always like that. I think the theme is, look at this guy. If you don't want to look like him, use our product.
Right.
That's my...
Well, Wayne, very funny stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Good to see you. You'll be at the Improv June 16th and 17th.
Right.
That's this weekend.
This weekend.
We're right back with traffic right after this.
Fun Saver cameras. Nighttime world, here we come. Film and camera, all in one. We go where no camera would dare. We're here to save the day. 103 panorama. Kodak Fun Saver is the camera. Get a view wide as Timbuktu. Here to save the day. Dive right into the water. We go where no camera order. Your vacation looks sensational. Kodak Fun Saver cameras. Save the day. See ya.
Everybody needs some money sometime. Everybody needs some cash on hand.
When you need money fast, hello, Dad? Count on Western Union. We send more money to more people in more places in the U.S. and around the world than anyone else.
Something in my heart just told me sometime is now.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
Sure, sure, sure. Unsure, unsure, unsure. Sure, sure, sure. Unsure, unsure, unsure. Sure, sure, sure. Unsure, unsure, unsure.
When dryness really counts, be sure to be dry. Sure Solid has the most effective wetness-fighting ingredient you can buy. For dryness no one can beat. So you're either sure or
unsure, unsure, unsure. Sure, sure, sure. Unsure, unsure, unsure.
Be sure to be dry.
Aha! Looks like we just topped ourselves. New candy bar sprinkles from Hershey.
Alternative math. What do 1 crust sandwich, 1 order of hash browns, and 1 hot coffee add up to?
$1.99.
At Burger King, just $1.99 every day. We may not be the world's #1 fast food place. It just tastes that way.
I can't help it, I can't resist. So sweet and juicy, the name is Sunkist. So full of sunshine and vitamin C. Everybody's sweet like the first bite. Sunkist me.
Baseball, basketball, golf, hockey, whatever your game, we've got a score to settle with you. Sports Sunday, Sunday night at 10:35. Brought to you by your local Ford dealers here on Channel 5.
Tomorrow night on the program, folks, from City Slickers 2, Daniel Stern will be here, comedian Henry Cho, and that spelling bee champ. Oh, I always lose. I can't spell with these kids. These kids are the champ. Ned G. Andrews. We'll see how. We'll come up with some words he can't spell. Simple as that. That's all. That's all. Thursday, Kadeem Hardison will be here, Michael Bolton. Then Friday, good-looking guy night, cute guy night, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin will be here, guys. And we'll be right back in just a second with traffic. I know I said it'd be now, but it's just a second, and then they'll be here. I promise, okay? I'm not lying. Be right back.
Finding the perfect house begins with people like Allison Wood of Coldwell Banker, who found the best house for Jim Miller, who recommended her to Denise Cruz, who forgot Jim's birthday but remembered to recommend Coldwell Banker to the doctor, who recommended Coldwell Banker to the Hirschfelds after he told them that they were having twins. More than 9 out of 10 Coldwell Banker customers would recommend us to their friends. It's a good sign when people recommend people. Coldwell Banker. Expect the best.
I never fought a ticket before, but it was the principle of the thing.
Good morning, Your Honor. I brought 2. You're not a lawyer. Remember, you are not a lawyer.
Tim Price, Officer Ken Duncan.
Just making an illegal right-hand turn going east on 5th.
Introducing wrinkle-free, 100% cotton Dockers.
Entirely true.
Because there are times when just getting dressed isn't enough.
I got it, Mr. Price. Let me see these. Case dismissed.
Dismissed?
You may go, Mr. Price.
This summer, see the magic. Remember who you are. Feel the excitement.
Simba!
And hear the roar of the motion picture event of the year. From Walt Disney Pictures comes the story of a young prince's courageous fight.
Step down, Scar.
To claim his rightful throne.
You are the one true king.
The Lion King. Rated G. Exclusive engagement June 15th. Everywhere June 24th.
You can never really say what life might steer your way. So I'm always ready for a photo opportunity. 'cause I take my little M along with me.
The Sure Shot M from Canon.
It kills the germs that cause bad breath. It fights plaque above the gum line. It protects you against the gum infection, gingivitis. It's more than a mint mouthwash. This is great tasting, cool mint Listerine.
Wednesday night, Ewing and the Knicks try to even their series with Akeem and the Rockets. Game 4 of the NBA Finals, Wednesday at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on NBC.
She dedicated her life to the madman she loved, but his plans didn't include her.
Goodbye, Celeste.
You can't abandon me.
His son is determined to keep her from talking.
You get Celeste out of town.
Guess what?
The sheriff found the woman who worked for your father.
All right, well, let's go talk to her.
How far will her loyalty go?
So who knew about Stefano? Who was helping her?
Days of Our Lives.
Are true rock and roll legends. After a 20-year break, they've reunited for a tour and a new CD called Far From Home. They'll be performing this Thursday at the Blockbuster Pavilion here in San Bernardino, California. Please welcome Traffic. Very nice.
All right.
It's been a long time. What's this like after 20 years? Do you find the reactions just people go batty?
I think it's some of the same people.
They're the same people.
I think it is, you know. And some new ones.
Yeah,
maybe.
some new ones, some new. Now you're touring with the Dead. This should be a. Should be a fascinating experience.
Don't eat nothing.
Don't eat the brownies?
Don't drink anything.
No, don't eat or drink anything.
Yeah,
that'll be great.
Yeah, we're just in some dates with them, about 3 or 4.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's good to see you back together. Terrific CD. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Steve. Thanks, Steve. Right back.
Legend, our version of healthcare reform.
I'm Tom Redman, and I'd like to tell you about our hot new color-enhancing shampoo, Aussie Intermissions. It adds a gentle hint of color every time you shampoo. Aussie Intermissions can extend the life of hair color treatments or enhance your own natural color. And now you can add more color with new Intermissions color-enhancing conditioner. Aussie Intermissions shampoo and conditioner. The easy way to bring out the rich, radiant color you want.
Once I broke the sugar habit, I couldn't go back on. And, I mean, I won't even put that pink stuff on anything. I have to have the Equal. If you put your finger in it, you know, and it tastes good.
Equal, with a great taste of NutraSweet.
I choose Equal.
Let Jewel show you how sweet it can be with great-tasting Equal Sweetener made with NutraSweet. What a great choice. The 100-count box is specially priced to top off Jewel's harvest of fresh farm-stand fruits. Look for this sweet combo next time you shop Jewel.
Shop Walgreens and you'll find super deals for Dad. Give him the perfect Hallmark Father's Day card. Satisfy his sweet tooth with Russell Stover candy. Or choose from a huge selection of designer fragrances. Walgreens also has Personal Optics reader glasses. $14 values on sale only $7.99 a pair. And get 20% more free with the Bonus Edge Shaving Gel, now 3 for $1 after rebate. Make this Father's Day special with a little help from Walgreens.
Thank you, guys. Very, very nice. Wayne Federman, Wayne, thank you. And, of course, Patrick Stewart, thanks. Now you're going to play, and you'll be in London, and we won't see you for about a year here, is it true?
Before I'm back in L.A., about a year, yes.
Okay, but you'll come back and see us again.
You bet.
Always a pleasure to have you. Tomorrow night, Daniel Stern from City Slickers, comedian Henry Cho, and Spelling Bee guy Ned DeAndrews. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.